Alright, so essentially the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 devs have actually addressed the community calling them lazy using AI, and they even blatantly tell us they don't care that a lot of us Call of Duty fans are basically switching over to Battlefield this year since Call of Duty just looks like another bad game that they're dropping. So let's just see what they're, lying about when it comes to Battlefield 6.
All right, buckle up, guys. Here we go. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 creative director responds to accusations of series getting lazy. You just don't worry about it, right? Said Miles Leslie about people accusing the Call of Duty franchise of having gotten lazy. What kind of grammar is that, Joel Daniels? Anyway, as Activision gets ready for the November 14th release date for Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Associate Creative Director of the title, Treyarch's Miles Leslie, has responded to long-standing accusations that the Call of Duty franchise has gotten lazy. Some in the industry have even gone so far as saying the franchise faces a real threat from Battlefield 6 this year.
Alright, I'm gonna stop it there for a second. It definitely is a threat. I think Black Ops 7 has definitely got a threat with Battlefield 6. I mean, at least just me personally playing every single Call of Duty game pretty much every year. The last couple I haven't bought. But with Battlefield 6, it feels completely different. It actually feels like a really good game, something that I've kind of been wanting from Call of Duty, right? That more boots on the ground action game that's literally not so many random skins that you're seeing from TV shows and cartoons and stuff. Like, they have gotten lazy with their stuff and they're just lying. And the fact that they're saying they don't care, that the community is saying that, or they're saying that they're just gonna brush it off and not pay attention to it, that's literally your community. So if you don't listen to it and you keep putting out these trash games, your community is just gonna be gone.
In an interview with IGN, Leslie spoke about how the studio's approach to developing Black Ops 7 has been to not worry about these accusations, okay? You just don't worry about it. When we start, it's not like, what are they going to think? So you don't care what we think? I'm sorry, you don't care what we think? All right. It's like we have a vision, we're going to hit that vision, and there's always going to be people that are going to try to knock you down and not have positive criticism. Positive criticism. Okay, which we do look for. So it's like noise, right? You try to cut through that and stick to your vision and plan. I'm going to stop right there and say that a YouTuber like Exclusive Ace has been providing positive criticism, as they call it, positive feedback for like the better part of 6 years. And pretty much every step of the way, you have ignored him. Why in the would we be positive about our criticisms at this point?
Oh, yo, this dude's getting riled up about it. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I get it though, bro. It's kind of hilarious to me. I mean, it's not even hilarious. It's just annoying, right? You don't want to have to deal with this. Bro, these games were the best games, bro. I mean, I'm pretty sure Call of Duty still gets best-selling game of the year every year or something like that, which is surprising to see that. But hey, the fact that they're literally sitting there and lying, saying that, all right, we don't care about what you guys say, but then you go and say, we do, as long as it's positive criticism, right? So you got to be nice about on our game. You got to be nice about calling our game trash. And even then, we're still not going to listen to it unless it kind of, you know what I'm saying, goes with what we wanted anyway or something. I don't get it, bro. That's insane to me. Like, listen to what the community wants and actually change the game towards that.
Why would we be nice when you ignore us when we're nice? The only thing you pay attention to is when you lose money, sales, players, or a combination of the three. Tell me, viewer, when I am telling a lie there. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I'm not. I am not. My nose is the same size as when I started this commentary. In fact, it's actually shrunk. As for what the studio thinks about EA's upcoming Battlefield 6, Leslie spoke about how the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 devs played the open betas, so they actually played Battlefield 6. They probably played Battlefield 6 more than they played Black Ops 6, let's be honest, and how they are fans of all games, regardless of what Battlefield might be doing. However, Treyarch wants to focus on making its own game. I got to play it this weekend. He said it's a fun game. We're fans of all games, and I think we look for inspiration anywhere, but we're focused on our own craft. They're doing their thing. We know if we can hit our goals, we're going to deliver what the fans want, and that's the key. Because if we're happy and we're playtesting, then we know fans are going to be happy playtesting. Well, that's not true. I'm sorry. What? Fans are super happy with Black Ops 6, and we've made that known, and we've stopped playing, and we're super unhappy with what you showed us, with the Black Ops 7 trailer. So why is there such a disconnect? This is literal gaslighting. He goes on to say, we're fans of the FPS genre. We're fans of lots of games. Let's all have fun. It doesn't work that way.
I feel like Call of Duty's definitely got to be shaking in their boots a little bit with this, bro. Battlefield might take a good chunk of their audience, at least for this year's Call of Duty, I think. I just feel like the sales are going to really dip because it's basically a trend right now, and as we all know, people like to follow trends, bro. And a lot of people like to follow trends whether or not they even agree with it, and they'll just do it, right? And so I can see how with the whole, you know what I'm saying, like ratio being so bad on the Call of Duty reveal trailers and things like that, with all the people commenting, saying how bad it is and saying, oh, thank you for giving me another reason to buy Battlefield 6. Oh, this is just whatever, right? All kind of relying or basically relaying that message of like, yeah, I'm getting Battlefield 6 instead of this Call of Duty, right? And hey, I feel like that's gonna just tank their sales if people really follow that trend and that trend kind of keeps going for the next couple months when the game actually drops. And it really might happen. A lot more people might end up just buying Call of Duty buying Battlefield instead of Call of Duty.
He goes on to say, we're fans of the FPS genre. We're fans of lots of games. Let's all have fun. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. If your game's not fun, we're not going to have fun, and we're trying to tell you that. This is in response to the former Blizzard president predicting Battlefield 6 is going to boot stomp Black Ops 7 because Call of Duty has become lazy. It's not necessarily that Battlefield is that much better, according to Mike Ybarra, but that Call of Duty kind of sucks, which is funny. But this is in direct response to that. Like, what? This isn't even like a response. He didn't address like how hard they were working or whatever. In fact, he goes on to completely contradict himself when we cover the AI talk. I gotta just show you guys this because this might be the most egregious lie they've ever.
All right, before the AI talk part, the one thing I will say is that it does kind of seem like Battlefield. I mean, I do think Battlefield 6 is a great game. Battlefield games in general are really good. It's just that I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Because I've played the older Call of Duties and I grew up playing those, right? Those are amazing games, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They really are good games. They have gotten way worse and they've gotten lazy with dropping quality games. They've, been more focused on getting sales through micro transactions and things like that, right? But hey, I don't think it's that Battlefield 6 is just so much better. It really is that Call of Duty has just gotten that bad to where Battlefield 6 is just looking like this insanely good thing. And I think a lot of Battlefield fans that have played all these Battlefield games are just like, what are y'all so excited about? This Battlefield 6 game doesn't look that insanely good to some Battlefield fans, right? And I could see that too. Maybe it doesn't look that good, but to me, as a Call of Duty player that's been playing these trash Call of Duty games, this Battlefield 6 looks great, bro.
Openly told, and that is saying something. These people at Treyarch and Activision literally think you, the consumer, are idiots. That's the only explanation I have. Check this out. All right, here we go. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 dev responds to generative AI backlash. And yes, the generative AI badge that the game is made with generative AI assets is on the Steam page for Black Ops 7. Same different toilet. Anyway, This guy, same guy that said we're not lazy, by the way, says not replace, but streamline. Oh my God. In February 2025, Activision finally admitted to using generative AI for some Call of Duty Black Ops 6 assets. Let me correct you there right off the bat. They did not admit to it. They were caught! They were caught shipping us a six-fingered Santa Claus!
Whoa, I didn't know about this Santa Claus thing. Bro, they got caught using AI? Yeah, that's just straight laziness, bro. I mean, they must be just using all their paid resources, the people they're actually paying, you know what I'm saying? People that are their artists and, you know, creators of that sort, I guess. They're probably just telling them, make the skins, make the stuff that's gonna make us the money. And then when it comes to like our cover arts and stuff for that, for like DLC or whatever, I guess they're trying to just use AI to be lazy. Bro, what is going on with Call of Duty? I'm switching to Battlefield, bro. Yo, Call of Duty is definitely scared of Battlefield this year, bro. Honestly. And they're lying about it too. Call of Duty's lying about it. It's crazy.
Really AI generated images, loading screens, calling cards, you name it. And we called them out on it. And they had to admit it. They were going behind Steam's back about their generative AI content policy and trying to sneak it in because they're narcissistic scumbags. Get it right, please, IGN. But you're in cahoots with them. You've been covering them every step of the way and posting their trailers and stuff. So you know what? I don't believe a word you say either. So fuck off. We live in a world now where there are AI tools. Leslie told IGN ahead of Black Ops 7's reveal at Opening Night Live 2025. No, Sherlock. He goes on to say, I think our official statement we said last year around Black Ops 6 is that everything that goes into the game is touched by the team 100%. We have generative AI tools to help us, but none of that goes in game. And then you're going to say, yeah, but it has. I'll say it has by accident. And that was never the intention. We've come out and been very clear that we use these as tools to help the team, but they do not replace any of the fantastic team members we have that are doing the final touches and building that content to put it in the game. Again, we had to catch them in this, in a lie. They never said this. To my knowledge, they never said anything about it until they were caught. Well after Black Ops 6 released. So everything you play, human created and touched. AI tools in the world we live in. It's how do we streamline it? That's really the goal.
Yeah, I mean, that just proves over and over in this that Call of Duty has truly gotten lazy with that stuff, man. That's kind of just sad to me, bro. Like, it's almost like they're forgetting, you know what I'm saying, the simple fact of like, yo, create something quality and the sales, the money, the stuff like that is going to come from it. I think they did do that, and they knew that's what worked in the beginning. And then they were like, wait, but this makes even more money if we just straight scam our audience by freaking dropping trash Call of Duties every single year and then putting all these, you know, skins in it that are overly expensive, bro. What happened to the... Are you kidding me, bro? Like, Black Ops 2 skins, $2. They were $2 back in the day, bro. Yes, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 originally sold personalization packs, including weapons camos, for approximately $1.99 each. I remember that. And you know what's funny about this too? Is these literal packs were so nice, right? Some of them, like Afterlife, Pack-a-Punch, UK. You could put it on every gun. You see how people are putting it on every different thing? They got it on the Peacekeeper, the Sniper, the SMG right here, the everything. Because you could buy it for $2 and put it on all of your weapons. It could be on your pistol, your secondary, your primary weapon, everything, even your knife. But what's funny is they want to sell the skins now for $20 each or even more, some a little less. But none of them are $2 as far as I've seen. They're all like $10 minimum. And you only get it for one gun or maybe two. But you can't sit there and put it across all your weapons. It's just ridiculous, bro. I don't even put it up with it. I mean, I'm sure so many other people do the same thing, but I just don't. I don't buy it. It's just crazy to me.
Not replace, but streamline. Before I read any more of this, and there's not much left, let me just call this out right away. He says, and I quote, "Everything you play, human created and touched."
All right, so basically, what I'm getting from this all is that they're trying to lie about certain things, say that they don't even care when you know you do, and you know you should care because that's your audience who's gonna buy your game or not buy your game. And me, as you know what I'm saying, their audience, Call of Duty, I'm not buying their game this year. I'm just gonna buy Battlefield 6 and play that. Honestly, it's just insane. And then obviously, if you guys haven't seen it, I'll even show you a link to the video right now at the end of this video right here on screen that shows them getting creators that, you know, do Call of Duty to lie in order to help get more sales to Call of Duty, since Battlefield 6 is just taking over, right?